What's up, guys? Coming at you today with a little bit of information in regards to losing weight and building muscle. It's a new year. A lot of you guys have New Year's resolutions for a better you. I just want to talk about pretty much what it really means to gain and lose weight scientifically. And, when it comes to gaining and losing weight, it is what it is. There really is no special recipe. It's all about calories. So there are 3,500 calories in a pound, and at the end of the day, when you have a 3,500 calorie deficit over a period of time, you're going to lose a pound. There's no ifs, ands, or buts that you lose that pound. Vice versa, if you have a 3,500 calorie overage, you're going to gain a pound. And the amount of calories a person can consume, it varies based on what your BMR is. And for those of you watching, all you have to do is go to Google and type in BMR calculator, and it's based off your age, your height, your weight, and pretty much what that number tells you. Also, in your activity level too is factored in, but it tells you how many calories your body burns at rest. That's the BMR is at rest. So if you were to lay in bed all day and not do anything, your body burns this many calories. So based off what your BMR is, if you eat that many calories every day, you'll maintain your weight. If you have a 500 calorie overage or you're 500 calories under every day for a week, you will either gain or lose a pound. 500 calories per day times 7 days a week gives you that 3,500. So when it comes to most of you out there that are trying to lose weight, it's just you have to cut the calories. You have to figure out based on, a lot of you guys probably don't count calories, you don't weigh your foods and all that. It is tedious and it does take a lot of time, but I encourage it. This way you begin to understand foods and you get to learn, okay, so this piece of chicken right off the bat, has this much protein and no carbs and X amount of fat. Same thing with beef and vegetables and rice, and you begin to learn the foods, and then based off what you're consuming how your body's going to respond, because it's all calculated. So again, finding out the BMR, and then whether you're sedentary, lightly active, moderately active, very active, extra active, there's multipliers that come into place that you multiply the BMR by, and then that tells you, based off your day that includes all of your activity, this is how many calories that you burn. So again, that'll be a higher number than your BMR, obviously, because you're expending energy. But if you subtract 500 at the end of the week, you'll lose a pound. If you add 500 at the end of the week, you'll gain a pound. Same thing if you want to, if you're trying to lose a lot of weight, it can be more than just 500 or gain weight. But if same thing, if you were to cut it by 1,000 every day or increase it by 1,000 every day, you're going to gain or lose 2 pounds at the end of the week. So the hard part is staying consistent with it, and then as your body changes, learning how to change your diet. So if your goal is to lose weight and you're losing weight, but you're strength training, you're building muscle, even though you're losing weight, your numbers, like the amount of carbs that you have to consume, the amount of protein you have to consume, and fats that you have to consume, all the macronutrients, even though you're losing weight and you're trying to slim down, in order to maintain that muscle, you're going to have to give it more energy and more protein. So again, adapting to the changes, learning how, watching how your body responds and learning how to fuel it, trying different things, increasing things or decreasing things here and there, and then watching how your body responds, because everyone's body's different, and one person can't really tell you what to eat to look the way it's. You have to learn how your body responds to certain foods. And when it comes to gaining weight, you pretty much, if you want to gain weight, eat carbs. Just eat a lot of food in general. Get your calories in. Try, clean sources I would recommend clean sources, not just stuffing your face with whatever you want, but getting in more things like more peanut butter, more milk, heavier foods that are gonna slow down the metabolism, that have a lot of fats in them. And then also loading up with carbs like rice, potatoes. That is the quick way to gain weight. You don't have to have a weight gainer in order to gain weight. To be honest with you, weight gainers are a waste of money. If you want to gain weight, consume real food. So that's pretty much that. And then also, in terms of, a lot of people ask, supplements here, what should I take? I don't really push too many supplements because, first of all, that's technically legally outside of my scope of practice. But what I do know is that consuming things like fish oil, multivitamins every day, a little bit of maybe glucosamine for those that are training a lot. And what glucosamine is it's good for your joints. It builds strength in the joints, and it's good for joint health overall. So when you're hammering the weights and you're doing a lot of squats and benching, and you're using your joints a lot, you want to retain that strength in them. So that's a good one. Amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. So it keeps your body in an anabolic state when you're expending energy. That's why they tell you to drink it during or pre-workout. But I personally consume amino acids throughout the day. I put them in my gallon jug. I put about 2 scoops, and I'll sip on it throughout the day. This way I'm getting a constant amino acid uptake. I keep my body in an anabolic state, no matter where I'm at. If you can't always get to food, it's a good thing to have. Does it really fill you up? Not necessarily, but it'll help maintain your muscle and keep you in a fat burning state. So it's a good thing to have. So I'm trying to think, again, all my discussions, rants are off the top of my head. None of this is pre-scripted. What I pretty much told you guys was the basis of it. It's calories, when it comes to macronutrients, so proteins, fats, and carbs. What is the responsibility of each one? What do they do? So fats, pretty much, they slow your metabolism down. It slows everything down. Some fats, like fish oil, like omegas, like fats have health properties to them, but overall they take longer to digest, so it slows things down. So if you're trying to gain weight, like I said before, get your fats in, have your whole eggs, have your you can have fattier beef and not worry about it. Peanut butter, don't get reduced fat or anything. Like, just get the whole natural peanut butter. You can have it in shakes or have it with toast or whatever. And good fats, salmon. These are things that I would recommend if you're trying to gain weight. Carbohydrates, the main responsibility of a carbohydrate is to give you energy. It is the first macronutrient that's utilized for energy. So that's why pre-workout, a lot of you that follow me on social media, you'll notice that I consume jasmine rice pre-workout, and I tend to have a lot of it. Reason being, it's a high glycemic carbohydrate, so when you consume jasmine rice pre-workout, it's like absorbed almost immediately into your body, and it's ready for energy right away. So if you haven't eaten breakfast and you need something quick, like, oh, I'm going to the gym in 20 minutes, I need something to eat, throw down some jasmine rice. It's not too heavy, and it tastes pretty. Just season it a little bit. Sometimes I'll have it with egg whites, and it goes down easy. It doesn't make you feel bloated, and it gives you the energy you need. So carbohydrates, so you consume carbohydrates when you need energy, right? So first thing in the morning, you wake up, you're coming out of fasting, all through the night, you need energy. Have carbohydrates. Pre-workout, you're ready to go to the gym, you need energy. Consume carbohydrates. Post-workout, you just depleted your body of glycogen, you've burned a lot of carbohydrates, you need to replenish those carbohydrates. Especially if you're strength training, our muscles have both fat and glycogen stores, carb stores. So by consuming carbohydrates and fats, at the proper amounts, it's required for you to build muscle. Your muscle won't respond if you're lacking in those areas. So post-workout, you replenish, you put the glycogen into the muscle yet again. And so for example, before bed, you're going to bed, you don't really need carbs. So try to stay away from carbs, because if you don't utilize them for what they're for, they get stored as fat. So if you're trying to lose weight, you don't want that to happen. So that's why they say don't eat at night. You can eat at night, if you get hungry. I know it's not the best sounding thing, but make yourself some egg whites. You're putting protein into your body, very, very low calorie, and it gives your body something to digest through the night. And because there is no carbohydrates or no fats in them, there's nothing to be stored, and your body is going to be expending energy by metabolizing those pure protein egg whites through the night. So puts you in a fat burning state. So these are things when it comes to a lot of people, they just think that they don't right away. I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to eat. Slow down, think about what you're eating, read the nutrition labels, and again, like I just told you guys. So protein, it is responsible for building and repairing muscle. You need to have a constant uptake of protein throughout the day with every meal, not in excess, but ladies got dudes somewhere between 20 and 50 grams, a little less for the ladies, a little more for the guys. A gram per pound of body weight, give or take. Actually, my textbook in school, I believe, told me as long as you're between 0.7 and 1 gram per pound of body weight, you're in a good range. If you're not giving yourself enough protein, you're not enabling your body to respond in a positive manner. It's like you're going to break down your muscle tissue, not give it enough protein, so it won't be able to rebuild and repair to the way that you want it to look. You won't grow, so to speak. So get your protein in, get your amino acids in. Fats slow down your metabolism. If you're trying to gain weight, load up on the fats, avocados, good healthy quality fats. Stay away from saturated trans fats. If you see unsaturated, mono unsaturated, poly unsaturated, they're healthy, they're good, get them. And again, carbs, there are two types. So there's high glycemic, there's fast absorption, and then there's slow digesting. So brown rice is another thing. It's very healthy for you. It has detox properties. It's a carb, but it's slow digesting. So you want to consume slow digesting carbs when you don't need immediate energy, but you're going to need energy over a long period of time. Consume slower digesting carbs, potatoes, oatmeal. I can't think off the top of my head. Like quinoa. I'm trying to stay healthy. Breads are slow digesting. The darker breads, but you don't typically want to eat too much bread unless you're eating Ezekiel bread. I strongly recommend Ezekiel bread. If you're going to be getting slow digesting carbs, try to make sure there's a good amount of fiber in there, because fiber is essential again for those trying to lose weight. It pretty much it like cleanses your body. It helps push out all the extra garbage that you have. So a lot of people, when they all of a sudden add fiber into their diet, they almost go into like a panic, like, oh my god, I'm in the bathroom nonstop, what's wrong with my body? Nothing's wrong with your body. The fiber is just running its course, and your body is responding. It's cleaning out. It's not used to the fiber. So just stick with it. Don't panic. When you make immediate abrupt changes to things like that, your body will respond. So again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to follow me on social media. I interact with my following every day. I answer questions. I go live on Instagram, and while I'm making my meals, while I'm hanging out, and I'm here to help everybody. Also, videos like this that I upload to Facebook, I also upload to my YouTube channel. So feel free to subscribe. Just search Brett Yarnell. Again, I'll attach my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube links and stuff to this post. And once again, thank everybody for that's reached out to me and supported me, and is really making me believe in myself to reach out to the public and spread the love and knowledge that I have, and my willingness to help everybody. So again, let's make 2017 our year, set goals, and let's tackle them. Thanks, guys.